Alright, another new tool today. This is the DHG181ZK Makita cordless heat gun. This is the tool only version. I got it in a case. I looked up, this is the tool only part number, but yet we come with the case with no battery and charger. But I guess good job for coming in a case. Comes with 4 attachments. Let's dig into her. Before we dig in and take this guy apart and see the insides, I'm going to do a little comparison test between this new heat gun and a corded Milwaukee. Obviously, I don't expect it to be 1-to-1, but it might be a good reference frame for seeing how hot one of these or how much heat this can actually put out. Obviously, the use case for these two are very different, but just for reference, this is the 897 5-6 rated at 1000 degrees Fahrenheit or 540 Celsius on 2. With our guy, I believe it's, where did I see it on here? There was a rating, 550 degrees max Celsius. So this is rated 10 degrees hotter than that guy, but obviously we're going to crank this guy all the way up to 6. Have it on what I think is speed 2, and our tip to work piece is about the same. So I'm going to put a little piece of water on the top of these 2 pieces of aluminum. I'm going to start these at the same time and see what we see. Alright, so yeah, a little bit of snow is what I actually have. Obviously, once again, not the most scientific thing in the world. And yes, of course, it is actually melting on the aluminum as a heat sink already. Roughly the same size a piece. But we got a fully charged, used 3 amp hour battery. By used, I mean it's fully charged, but it's been in service for a while. So let's go ahead and start this guy and see if we can even get a reference frame for a viewer here.
Anyways, pulling up our spec sheet here, we got the Makita on top and the Milwaukee on the bottom. So yeah, we're doing delta temperature, so roughly they're about the same, 500 and some degrees, but twice the air volume spec'd out on this Milwaukee to give a reference, if these are believable numbers. But you know, take everything here with a grain of salt. You know, do they actually meet the spec sheet?
Wonderful. I walked away for like 2 minutes and I come back and I'm like, wow, alright, this one won. I like walked in and saw the last little bit of water evaporate right around 410. So we're just going to go ahead and see how long this guy takes, and we're going to do this as well for a runtime test on our Makita here. Alright, and there it is. 7 minutes, 30 something seconds. Alright, let's get into it. What do we need? Phillips, lots of it. Let's see if this Racky PH2 will do the job for us.
Alright, so while we're taking it apart here, did some napkin math on some of these specifications. So yeah, running rough deltas, and I know this isn't the right way to do this, but we're doing it anyways, is puts us at like 675 watts on this cordless heat gun, which I thought would be a little high, but which comes back to 37.5 amps, which is kind of a lot to pull out of these batteries, I believe. And then over the time we ran, brings us to like 4.7 amp hours, which I know is not true because we had a 3 amp hour used battery in there. So I find these numbers pretty hard to believe on the spec sheet. So yikes.
Alright, enough speculation. We're going to test this. T1, T2. Alright, let's just make sure we're not dealing with crappy probes or Chinese probes. Switch sides, and yeah, we're switching measurements. Well, so we got the Milwaukee up to almost its rated temp. I think we peaked at like 500 degrees centigrade when we stuck the probe right inside the tip. And for the cordless, that's supposed to be actually hotter at 550 degrees. Couldn't get it anywhere near. Got it up to like 300 right on the grill. Tried above it, tried below it. So yeah, there's definitely something left to be desired on those spec sheet guys from both people. Obviously a little bit better for the corded version, but yeah, that's in my book, that's a straight up fib on 550 degrees spec on this guy. Like, where are they getting that from? Now we know why the napkin math was so out. Here goes the warranty, everybody. Of course, I cut it crooked. But, oh, I could already hear the glass fill in the injected molded plastic cases. Halves. That's nice. All right. The screws out of there. Some of them. It's all right. Flip her back over to screw side up. Oh, how many springs are gonna go toying today? Oh, well, at least there's one. There's one. Oh yeah, you can hear it. Easy. Any markings notable? Lots of release markings on the inside. If that's what we call them. I don't know, someone tell me what they're called. When was this guy injected? 4th month of 2024. Very nice. So here, look at the insides. So, I'm not a huge fan of this guy, but we have some non-potted electronics. I think a tool like this should have potted electronics for drop and moisture protection. That's a little bit disappointing to see right on and directly where the battery hooks up. So this implement of the tool actually ends up, for something like this, taking the most abuse, because it's what you're actually, your 200-pound gorilla, as they say, is interacting with. Then we have our security, I don't know what you call these guys, your anti-theft device at the front of the store. Locking trigger in 2 pieces. It's not a 1-piece unit like some of the Omron stuff that you find in the drills and impacts. Hopefully we can get that guy back together. But moving off to the top hat assembly, looks like 3 conductors routed okay-ish with some heat shrink through the body of the tool. Looks like that heat shrink might have been assembled hot, because as it went through that little wire route, definitely got a little smush into our rear dial here. What's next? Yeah, let's see what we can do. I have a prediction that this one's going to be a lot of fun to try and put back together. Still toasty from the test? Yeah, a little bit. There's our single stage blowimatron. But this looks like something I probably do not want to take apart. Should I, or should I just leave well enough alone? I don't know. We're balancing between breaking the prime directive here, which is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. But at the same time, it's fun to take a look in here. I do like the inclusion of a very small work LED on all their most of their newer tools I've seen have it. Why not? Why not? Now let's try and put this back together. I own lots of tools, but do I own needle nose in the actual shop? No. Do I own them in a bunch of other toolkits around the place? Yeah. So what are we doing? Yeah, we're using some strippers to get this done. Alright, I got her figured. Maybe it wants to go sproing while I'm doing these other things. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. Da, 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 da. One last thing to go sproing. Doing, doing. Da, da. And that went together pretty damn alright. chunk to chunk, back together again. Nice little belt clip or lanyard tether, whatever you want. Heat dial. Speed switch, let's test that one out. Oh, we need all the other batteries that are hiding away in tools that are spread everywhere. So let's steal this one. Oh yeah. Definitely not too hot. But yeah, let's put an attachment on. Oh, nice little silencer. Slightly more guided. Twist mechanism to remove your attachment while hot. Now this is some really cheap Chinese heat shrink. Don't compare this to like a T&B product, but it does function. So what do we think of this boy? For regular price, 200 Canadian Pakistan dollars, 170 on sale, a little less on Black Friday, I believe. Is it gonna thaw your pipes? Hard no. Is it gonna shrink your heat shrink and test your sensor? 100%. Is it meant for climbing up a ladder to do a couple I/O connections with proper labels? Yes. Is it meant for thawing your poop pipe? Absolutely not. Is it meant for bending a little piece of 1/2-inch PVC in the electrical trade? Maybe. Actually, that's a good medium question. Let's answer that one before we say goodbye. Got the first little bend in there. So if you're doing small work, just making little adjustments somewhere, this is probably pretty feasible. Are you going to be bending offsets with it all day? Absolutely not. Got questions? Got answers? You know, there's a comment section for that. Or go see your local doctor. Whatever works for you. Bye now. All right, Mr. Case. Go hide in your shame cave with the other cases from the other tools. Perfect.